Lights, camera, action. Welcome back to Flick Flash. One of the most prominent examples of the increasing prevalence of video game adaptations is Halo, produced by Paramount+. There was some rough terrain on the way to the tiny screen for the science fiction franchise. Prior to its downfall, it was under development as a feature picture starring Guillermo del Toro, Neil Blomkamp, and Peter Jackson. Since Showtime and Paramount Plus are now a unified service, the original plan was for Halo to premiere on Showtime before moving to Paramount Plus to air with The Last Man on Earth. Here is a spoiler-filled recap of what happened in Season 1 of Halo, which is set to return for its second season in February. The protagonist of Halo, like in the video game franchise, is Master Chief, whose real name is John 117, and he is voiced by Pablo Schreiber. In the midst of their conflict with the Covenant, an extraterrestrial power, Master Chief and the rest of the UNSC have encountered an insurrectionist group that sees the UNSC's activities as unethical. The events of Halo begin when the Silver Team led by Master Chief stop an assault by the Covenant on the planet Madrigal. An enigmatic artifact Chief finds causes him to see visions of his previous existence. Among the memories that resurface is the fact that Dr. Catherine Halsey's Spartan super soldier program deprived him of his childhood and exposed him to inhumane conditions. Under pressure from the Unsecurity Council, Halsey decides to implant the artificial intelligence Cortana into his consciousness. Not only is Halsey's warped notion of motherhood at the core of her science undercut by the fact that Cortana is modeled on her, but she is also designed to keep Chief submissive. Chief sees Mackie, a strange young lady who can also access the alien artifact. This meeting throws Halsey and the UNSC for a loop. Mackie is played by Charlie Murphy. The Covenant's hidden messianic figure, Mackie, is on a quest to recover the artifact and its identical twin in order to reach the sacred ring that the extraterrestrial foreigners left behind, also known as the Halo in their language. Although Chief and Mackie begin to develop an emotional and physical bond, Mackie steals the foreigner artifact in the end. After Chief's Silver Team learns of Halsey's schemes, they go to Rozkakotska to face Mackie. Nevertheless, he sustains a fatal injury while engaging in combat with Covenant soldiers. In order to restore his stoic character from the games, he has Cortana take control of his body. Master Chief's metamorphosis is triggered by more than only the foreigner artifacts and Pablo Schreiber's Master Chief Mackie. This accolade is bestowed to Quan Ha, a youthful rebel whose life he spares during the Madrigal assault by Yaren Ha. For the first time in his life, Chief defies an explicit command when he refuses to murder Quan and instead flees with her. Soren, played by Bokeem Woodbine, is another acquaintance he takes Quan to see. Years ago, Soren fled from the Unsecurity Council and is now known as an insurrectionist. Quan finds out that her ancestors were tasked with safeguarding the artifacts of the foreigners while seeking assistance in her battle against the unscrupulous politician Vincher Graf. Season 2 of Halo might see them take on a more significant part in the plot, considering the closeness between Soren and Chief and the discovery of Quan's ancestry. Key occasion, since it takes place in the Silver Timeline and is thus not completely bound to the canon of the games, Halo stands out from its inspirations in a big way, in both protecting core canon and protecting the television story, and by that I mean being able to give ourselves the chance to evolve both and for both to be what they need to be for their mediums without colliding with each other, explained Kiki Wolfhall, an executive producer for the decision. Season 1 of Halo established the setup for a key event, the fall of Reach. However, this did cause some irritation with fans, especially when Chief repeatedly taking off his helmet. Reach is where most of the UNSC's soldiers are stationed, and it is also where most of Halo Season 1 takes place. According to the official game timeline, the Covenant decimated the UNSC soldiers in a devastating assault. Both the Covenant-Human War and the first game might be said to have reached a turning point at that time. Season 2 previews for Halo almost confirm that Fall of Reach will occur, as series director Otto Bathurst emphasized its significance at CCXP last year. That's a major turning point. He spoke to Collider about how significant the event is in the Halo universe and how it marks a watershed moment in canon history. The stakes would be much higher and Halo would be more in line with the games if the Fall of Reach happened. Schreiber went on to say how Season 2 of Halo will change from Season 1. All of the action and stunt sequences immerse you in the fight, and it's darker and more terrifying. He spoke to SFX magazine about how he thought it was a better approach to handling the event. While Halo may not be an exact recreation of the games, it appears that the developers and producers are still striving to recreate the spectacle and emotional destruction that made the series so adored. Thank you once again for being a part of Flick Flash. Until next time, keep watching, keep exploring, and keep that movie and TV magic alive. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned for more exciting recaps. This is Flick Flash, signing off.